What's up everybody, Ray and Brown here, founder at Ray and Brown Coaching, which is your go-to for personalized one-on-one weight loss coaching program for men 40 plus. Today I want to talk about consistency for a minute, right? Because I hear a lot of people say, oh, if only I was consistent, I would be exercising regularly, I would be following the plan, I wouldn't be snacking so much at night, I would exercise regularly, I would go for walks regularly. And I don't necessarily believe that they have a consistency problem. I think they have a perfectionism problem. Let me explain. So a lot of people have this belief that if they can't get it right, if life throws them a curveball, they're just not going to be able to do anything. And I believe that that is a sign of perfectionism, right? You're waiting for the perfect moment to actually do the thing or take the action or follow the plan. And I don't believe consistency is about always hitting the nail on the head, always hitting the target. I don't think that's what consistency is. For example, if you have a workout plan and it says you have to train 3 times a week in the gym and it's half an hour each session, and somehow you can't, one of the days life throws your curveball and you can't necessarily go and do the thing. You can't go and get the half an hour in. I think consistency is still doing a version of that thing, even though it's not half an hour. Do something to ensure that you're still making progress. If you have an example, if you're following a plan, a meal plan, for example, I give all my clients a meal plan and I say, look, go out and implement this. And for some reason, one morning you had to run out the house, you couldn't make breakfast, you couldn't take breakfast with you, and instead of not doing anything or thinking, forget about breakfast. Remember, the breakfast that you wanted might not be the one that you're gonna get, but you still have to choose something in the moment to ensure that you're still making progress. Rather than just say, you know what, I'll put it off until the next day, or I couldn't have the breakfast I want today, so you know what, I'll leave it until tomorrow morning. And I think that's where perfectionism comes in, right? You're simply saying to yourself, if I can't get it right, I'm not gonna do it at all. Because consistency is doing what you can do in the moment to ensure that you're still making progress, rather than to not do anything at all and call it a write-off. I have several examples I can share with you about clients who just, today's a write-off, I start back tomorrow. Oh, this weekend is a write-off, I start back next week. And I think that's what perfectionism is. Not realizing that, look, life's never going to be perfect. Your plan's never going to be perfect. Life's going to throw you a curveball. But in that moment when that curveball hits you, can you pivot and still do a version of the thing to ensure that you're still making progress? So you don't have a consistency problem, you have a perfectionism problem. And that's where I think a lot of us miss the mark. The next thing I want to talk about is flexibility, because I think this is a key thing, right, in being consistent. Just talked about it, right? Because life will throw you a curveball, and whatever plan you're following, whatever strategy you're following, can you be flexible with that strategy? Give an example. I provide all my clients with a workout plan, and the workout plan says they have to do this 3 days a week or sometimes 4 days a week. And I have to make sure that that workout plan is one that's flexible. What that means, that workout plan fits their life rather than they fitting their life into the workout plan. Because what tends to happen for men at this stage of life, we often get busy, right? We have a lot of plates spinning, pulling our attention from different. So our plan has to be flexible. For example, if you can't do a 45-minute version of that plan in the gym, can you do a 10-minute version of that plan at home? When you wake up, when you only have 5-10 minutes, can you still do a version of that plan at home? Because look, if you want to be consistent, you can't be rigid. You have to be flexible, because when life throws your curveball, which it will, can you pivot and still do a version of the plan that ensure that you're still making progress? And workout is a classic example. A lot of times I go to the gym, and when I go there, it's always full. There's loads of people, right? And I have to think in my mind before I go there. When I go in the gym, if people are using the equipment, the space is full, what do I do? Because I have to do a version of the thing and get out, because I only have 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour to get my workout in. I have to get in, get it done, and get out. And it's just finding ways to make sure that you can still do a version of the workout and still making progress. There's other times I can't go to the gym. My front room is where it happens, right? That's where I do my work. Because consistency is showing up despite the challenges and still making progress. Still do a version of the thing to ensure that you're still making progress. If you like what I've just shared, please give us a thumbs up or share it with somebody who you think it may be of value to. Thank you for watching. See you soon.